Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Devil May Cry 4, where it's finally happened. We're getting to play as Dante. I'm so relieved. Look at him. I know there's a lot of you out there who didn't have any previous attachment to this character saying, that's 90% the same dude. And you're not you're not wrong, but that 10% makes a big difference. Mechanically, at this point, it isn't going to be that much of a change. We're going to lose our grabby hand, obviously. But we had sort of, at this point, built Nero up into a Dante mechanically anyway. So, yeah, I'm expecting this. The big difference between Devil May Cry 3 Dante and Devil May Cry 4 Nero, where we had gotten him to, is that Dante can equip multiple different melee and ranged weapons in Devil May Cry 3, and you have a swap button. So you have two of each equipped at any time, and you can quick swap between them during your combos. And the stances. He has his various stances that give him different abilities. So, you know what? Actually, maybe it is going to be more different than I was saying. I'm curious exactly how he will be implemented here, how much of that stuff they'll hold over, because it is going to be actually kind of a big complexity jump if he is just the same as in DMC3.
And fangs.
I forgot this guy was still alive.
Destroy this world so that the true utopia can be born! Judgment Day has arrived!
That's all it took, putting a sword in the thing? I will say, like, the story has been successful insofar as it has created in me the motivation to see that guy die. Oh, God. So many of the absolute worst enemy. There aren't enough bullets in the world.
To deliver us salvation, we must repent and rejoice, for the world has not yet come to an end.
You know, it's a low bar, but at this point, I suppose it's what we have. So lots of floating architecture bits around the big statue there. Giving us a hint as to what the final boss fight is going to be like.
Solid performance for an old fart like you.
I have to say I'm not super looking forward to it, given this game's platforming controls. Okay, player change. Changing from Nero to Dante carries over your vitality, DT gauge, Proud Souls, and all orbs and items obtained. Proud Souls are refunded and can be reused to acquire techniques specifically for Dante. Sure. Come to grips with the power of the legendary devil. I did not press a button. Okay, he wants us to spend our stuff. So, swords. Looks like I just have the one. And we don't even get to start with Stinger, even though we saw that Dante has Stinger. Okay, well, give me Stinger. Ow. Why list them as two different options? We definitely want, like, I for sure want the best Stinger. I use that all the time. Round trip lets you lightsaber throw. Right. Maybe. Hold on. What do we got as far as guns go? The pistols just get charge shot. And is this the shotgun? It just has charge shot. That's not very compelling. All right. Increased style level. Could you possibly just tell me a little bit about what this actually does? I don't know how to prioritize these things when you don't tell me what they do. Okay. We have our devil trigger. We have... I definitely want air hike for sure. For sure I need air hike. Speed is cheap and good. Do not auto skill up. Okay, so I have to say I'm a little unsure what to do. Like, my guess is that I probably want to put some serious resources into a style, but without having a sense of what exactly these upgrades do, it's hard to say. I mean, I do like to hit things with the sword. Maybe we'll take like a couple. We'll take like some base functionality in a couple of them. But I probably want to be able to save up for. Yeah, maybe we just stop there and save up for the level 3. Normal shot. Yeah, got him. Okay. All right, so this is the vertical spin that he had in Devil May Cry 3. So all your special stuff is just on the button that used to be Gauntlet. Aerial Rave on the ground. Press back and L. Okay. What about Gunslinger? So I'm assuming like I'm unlocking more of this stuff by leveling up, but it's not being super clear about what exactly I'm unlocking with levels. All right, spin your shotgun around like a set of nunchucks, rapidly blasting nearby foes because Dante's the best. Lock-on is engaged. Quickly fire behind you, so you just press back and fire. Pretty handy. And then, you know, he's got all the stuff that you would expect. Okay. We will figure it out from there. By pressing the... Okay. Can't help but notice that that has not been converted to a thing that is on the keyboard. It probably is the arrow keys, because the arrow keys are how I navigate in menus. Okay, so when I'm in Trickster, my... Oh, nope, those are camera controls. I will figure this out. When I'm in Trickster, my L button is just a dash, little ground dash, which is nice. I gotta figure out what the hell buttons it thinks the control pad is bound to, because I would prefer to be in non-Trickster for all this fighting. Alright, notice Dante gets different combat music too. It's not like the most different, but it's definitely a little bit less sort of I don't know how to call this style of vocalization that is common in nu metal and emo, but is not so common outside. What is this? Oh, this thing. Okay, well, there's no way to back out, so I guess we're doing it. Alright, here's where I spend a second. Nope, that's devil thing. I knew that. Spend a second trying to find the buttons to do the swap. Can't find them. We go look at... Right, you can't actually select stuff during the cinematics or during the secret levels, whatever. Alright, well, I don't expect this is going to go very well. Oh shit, I pressed pressed fully the wrong button. That's not even a character change thing. That's just not, that's not the correct button for that thing. Okay, they were well determined not to spawn us any more floor there. That challenge sucks, and I would not have gone in there if I had remembered that that is the one that is. You know what I'm talking about. It's almost like a black metal thing, but it's not quite the black metal thing, and it's a little bit, it's like kind of a cousin to the Screamo thing. I don't know. This doesn't matter, but now it's going to bother me. Okay. These are cool demons. This is a cool design. So when I talk about the guns, Nero's guns feeling bad, that's part of what I'm talking about, is that he just doesn't have the kind of versatility that Dante has. Gosh, I wish I could switch my stance. I am so not built for having so few moves available. I like this thing where the other enemy provides a body to hold the enemy in place, so I can just do Stinger over and over again. They're pretty heavy. They don't really get away from you at all, anyway. Okay, outside of the secret level, we should be able to look at the key bindings. And again, it's insane that you can't do this during the level. Control keyboard. Okay, it just put them in my weapon, my fucking Doom weapon slots. Fair enough. I can work with that. This is where I just came from. Okay. Got my own wing talisman. Or I guess this might be Nero's wing talisman. It's possible. Okay, it doesn't seem like Dante can jump up on the rings either. God's power no longer resides here, and it was load-bearing. Oh no, 10 minutes. Well, that's a continue orb, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so even my base combos are different in the different stances. Yeah, his pistols definitely do like visibly more damage as well. Ah. Oh, you know what? I just now realized what it was that I was missing from my attempts to triple S that target dummy. I wasn't taunting. Taunting is absolutely worth combo. Yeah, I bet if I had woven a taunt in there every so often. It feels silly to taunt a stationary statue, but you know. Combo systems are kind of silly no matter what. There's not anything you can do about that. Okay. It does feel like Dante could just run at full speed the whole time, right? Like, the situation's urgent. Okay, Q changes my gun. So I do always have both the guns. Okay, I mean, I get no. Why would you change targets at that moment? I can't really tell if this is doing a better job or not. It's certainly fewer button presses because you can't hold the button to multiplayer in this game because they want hold button to be charge shot for some reason. I'm coming. Alright, I don't have the power to slow time, but I do have the power to break things. Oh, I got my key of... I guess somebody just left a key of Cronus in the ignition. You know, one thing I'm not clear on is whether the Trickster dash works in the air. It does not. Okay. Thought it was worth a shot. All right, let's do the thing right. Let's do the thing right. Cool. Good work, me. That's just impatience right there. Okay, I think it recharged. It's a little hard to tell. I will say also, Dante is for sure getting more difficult patterns than Nero was getting. And does this not? Okay. No interaction. Just keep running. Except, of course, we will never be allowed to just keep running. Okay, so these guys do not... Their shields work just fine on a shotgun. That's interesting. All right, I switched my stance. I forgot. You know what I could probably do? What really sucks is these guys being stacked up like 3 deep like that. What I could probably do is switch to Royal Guard, intentionally provoke a shield attack, and then just block it and get a parry. Because it doesn't happen all that fast. Let's see. Okay, well that's not the button I meant to press. Yeah, Dante's stinger is like infinitely repeatable. Royal Guard. Let me just toy around with Royal Guard a bit. There's no cooldown on it at all. That seems a little silly. Wow. I'm not 100% sure what I did there that killed all of them simultaneously. But that was pretty sick. I mean, sorry, that's not mine anyway. Let's go. Let's leave. I devil triggered and then I just hit him and I don't know. It turns out it was a pretty gentle timer. So the deal with Royal Guard, in case it was not obvious, is that it gives me a block. It's like a blocking stance, but in Devil May Cry 3 at least, it has a pair. Like if you get it within a couple frames of impact, it performs a parry. As I remember it, I'm telling you all this stuff about Devil May Cry 3 that's based on my memory of the last time I played it 17 years ago or whatever.
Are you familiar with them?
Sorry, religion and I don't mix.
It's a small congregation that gathers in the castle town of Fortuna. I guess the only people who would have heard of it are the ones who take interest in this type of thing.
Like you.
Exactly. So just how much do you know about Sparta?
Well, from what I can figure, there's a lot of confusion surrounding them.
The story goes that Sparta served as the feudal lord of the city long ago. The people who live there today take these legends as truth and worship him. Just like a god.
They worship a demon as a god?
Peaceful worship can't be condemned. But the real problem is the order. Lately they've been running amok, catching demons, and have even butted in on some of my jobs.
Maybe they're starting a zoo.
Not just demons. They've also been targeting devil arms. Like the ones you have.
Okay, then, a museum. So what?
Well, what if their intentions are foul? And there's a diabolical plan behind these apparently random acts?
Well then, I'd have something to keep me occupied, and... Trish! Things always gotta be complicated.
And to be clear, like, the thing that's cool about Dante is not that he is, like, actually really cool. He's kind of lame, but he's, like, he's accepted it, it feels like. And there's a kind of coolness in that. I feel like Nero is trying too hard. That's what I'm feeling on Nero. All right, well, let's save. But yeah, we're just going on to the next one. That was pretty fast and honestly, probably the easiest mission of the game so far. But I guess it was my like tutorial getting my sea legs mission. All right, drive down the dragon that spreads its wickedness through the forest. Man, are we back in the forest? I guess we would have to be because we're just walking backwards through the maps so far, right? But I am tired of this fucking forest. Alright, I don't think I did put any souls into Railguard. I didn't. I wish that I knew what that would do. So right now, Railguard just says block. Accumulate power within the royal gauge. Evade an enemy's attack at the last second to avoid damage and greatly increase the angry energy. Then press forward and L to release all the energy and lash out your enemies with an explosion of dreadful power. Also, you can release all the anger stored as a violent damaging counterattack. Okay, so you have just a general release and then one that is specifically like a parry. Okay. And then I'm going to go put some orbs into that, and we're going to see if it changes anything in an obvious way. Okay, we can air block and air release for 2 levels up. I'm assuming that it increased the power, like the damage dealt by the release and everything as well, but it's hard to really say. Okay, that's fine. We'll take that. We'll save up for level 3 on some of the styles. Speaking of styles, what am I doing right now? Let's say, because I don't know what I'm getting into, Swordmaster is just generally good. Okay, who remembers the directions of things? Look at that evade. I will say I missed my throws here. Have to wait for him to come back. Come on, buddy. Unlike Nero, I actually will eventually kill you by doing this. Okay. I was really expecting that to lower that barrier, but I guess we're going inside. This one's also a Nero. Yeah. The Dante ones are a little more red. Well, okay. So bad news, I definitely don't remember how to get anywhere from anywhere here. And I have no camera controls. Alright, well, the area is not that large, right? I can't believe they're actually making me fight these things again. I was out of the room for like 3 seconds. Yeah, it's still really taking a long time. Okay, that did force me through the barrier. I guess you are allowed to walk through the barriers. They're just weird. I had assumed that they were, you know, barriers. Things of non-zero consequence. All right, I shouldn't be able to interact with these, right? But everything that they would have destroyed in this area has already been destroyed. Thanks to Nero, so I guess I won't need to. I will say this definitely feels like a sort of a simplified version of Dante. Okay. We need to not always be flailing our neck blades about children. Ow. Yeah, I didn't even really get a chance to get away from them. Hey, what a surprise. I switched to Gunslinger for this because I like the idea of the shotgun nunchaku, you know, doing a little omnidirectional knockback when these enemies, you know, get behind us and charge up in all directions. But in practice, it's really not working out very well. That said, the shotgun does do some okay damage. Okay. Make sure we're looking around for loot and or health. Both extremely welcome. Oh, okay. Camera arbitrarily turned me around. This is somewhere. Those guys didn't spawn a red keep you here field, so I did not feel obliged to fight them. I don't think these ones did either, because I just went backwards. All right, hold on. We gotta let me kill these dudes. Then I'm gonna take a second to look at my map. Yeah, that's not working at all. All right. I did a stinger and it pulled me clean off the ledge we were standing on. Okay, well, I don't get any credit for blocking his attacks because he just missed me with all of them. Does the map have any idea on it where I am supposed to be going? No, probably not. I mean, there's the den of the she-viper. We could try to head back to there, which would require me to go out the narrow bit of this. Well, the den of the she-viper is only accessible through the big gorge room, though. Yeah. Well, no, not only. If I could... That's not at all what I wanted. Okay, if I go at the narrow part of this room and then I go... So back into the room I was just in. And then across this room. It's like that's a boss arena, right? If I were a boss, it's where I'd probably be hanging out. Where does this go? Now, see, that I don't think is... Yeah, that's not a normal connection at all. So actually, I have no idea. Seems like the rules are different here than they used to be. Well, I'll be right with you. Hold on. All right. Wait, I meant to taunt, not to the... Okay, it seems like taunting does not, in fact, provide any benefit here at all. And I guess you could see why it wouldn't. There we go. I feel like that's the first blue orb fragment we've gotten in a really, really long time. But that alone was, I suppose, worth wandering the level for. No witch laughter here, I'll note. I wonder if the idea is that you're supposed to be following the laughter. Although I don't get a laugh here now either. It sounds like the voice is coming from this way. Yeah, Dante really does. He feels very reduced in complexity from 3. Hopefully more stuff will open up. So obviously this is the Lost Forest area. I'm trying to remember. It was forward, then right, then left, I want to say. I guess I could check this, see if it says anything different. Those who treat her unkindly will fall into darkness. Yeah. Same text, for sure. That was not correct. All right. Maybe the order is different for Dante too. It's also entirely possible that going through here doesn't really yield any benefit. you're targeting. Oh my god, the amount of time these guys spend just dealing free damage to anyone who is standing near them is really frustrating. What an asshole. That is so much damage. Okay, straight, I guess. Okay, it seems like the Royal Guard does not, in fact... no. It seems like the Royal Guard does not, in fact, block their stupid flail mode. Because I tried it, though. It's the reason I switched to Royal Guard. Yeah, I really do not care for run around an area that you were already in, but with magical teleports that make the connections between its sub areas different while trying to get to who knows where. Okay, they all bring you to the combat arena, so now we know that. I thought it was done flailing and I moved in. That's on me, I guess. All right. So this is wrong. This doesn't seem to go anywhere, and I can't just jump down, right? No. Okay, so this is a dead end entirely. This building. I mean, I'm not above looking up where it is I'm supposed to go, but I really don't love having to do that, obviously. I don't remember what that secret level is, but I can't imagine caring about it at this point. just put me back here. Okay, this sucks. So I was trying to get through to there. But taking that southeast entrance out of the room with the bridge in it just teleports you. So... were we given a... not that we can see. So we're not given any indication that we're actually supposed to be going anywhere in particular. I don't know that I've tried this door. Technique. I fight fair. They're not going to. Okay, problem solved. So, Ruined Valley is not crossable as far as we can tell. And we would have to cross it in order to get to the the lair of the she lizard, whatever it is. Den of the she viper. Maybe I should just, like, the way the map is drawn here. Maybe just going right from the secret forest area. Like, maybe now that having solved it once, I don't need to actually, like, solve it again, but... I don't know. Those secrets behind the waterfall, that's just amateurish. Maybe I'm mishearing the lyrics, but I like that this seems to be a song about what I'm doing. He's like, oh, excuse me, I pass right through. I'm not here to fight, I just want to leave. Yeah, this is the only area where we get her VO, so... it does seem right. Alright. Let's try just... assuming that the map is right. Nope. Don't go straight, throw you in a pit. Go straight, and then anything else afterward, throw you in a pit. Cool. Alright, well I think after I clean this group of tiny inconsequential enemies up, I am in fact just gonna go look this up. What annoying level design. And then to have the map lie to you. I mean, I know it's like I know it's like a Lost Woods type area, but still. Okay. I'm going to pause the recording and go look up where it is I'm supposed to be going because this game's maps are useless. And I'll be right back. Okay. Well, I looked it up and I'm a little frustrated with the answer. Apparently, it is you do go into the Lost Woods. Obviously, you go straight through for the first part. And then you go backwards for the second part. Which was not expressed to us as an option previously with Nero. I feel like that's a little bit of poor sportsmanship. And like the poem is useless, right? The poem's the same with Dante as it is with Nero. And if it's not descriptive of Nero's journey, I don't know why you would, right? Like as Dante, why would you even read it? I don't know. Like I said, I don't think the design in this game has been the best, and they're just keeping it consistent, which I guess, I sort of appreciate. So the style upgrades are all like 4K, right? 56? 56? All right, that's fine. Then I guess we're just continuing forward. Our next blue orb... Oh no, 30,000. Okay. Even more HP. Cover for my mistakes. Alright, what if Nero, but this time Dante? It is starting to feel a little bit like they designed half of a game and then just put it on the end backwards, but that's fine. See, Dante is just immediately having more fun with it.
Glad I got your attention. I was beginning to feel a little ignored.
You may jest, but the kindest fate I offer is to unify and spend eternity with a child of mine.
As appealing as that sounds, I think I'll pass. Though a fight every now and then does make life a little more interesting, don't you think?
What mode do I want to be in here? Maybe dodge mode? Nope, that's the wrong button. I guess like my only decent air combo is in Swordmaster. So maybe swapping into Swordmaster when she comes back. Wow, she's not taking shit for damage. The thing is, I saw her starting to do it there, and I hit dodge, and it still didn't matter. I think I was too deep in an attack animation. Yeah, because I can still side roll. I'm not really sure what benefits the side dash is yielding in that circumstance. Because in a fight, you know, there's a lot of extra offensive options you have after the dash. You can strike back more effectively. There we go. That's better damage. Still going to take a very long time to get the job done. Yeah, see, with that attack, you get hit before, like, it looks like a really big wind-up animation, but you actually get hit very early in the animation. I was hoping if I was that far off the ground that I wouldn't be vulnerable to the hair whip. What? You target. Huh, the change targets button will not target the little thing. I wonder if it's because it's not on screen most of the time? Ow. Well, this fight is a slog. I must be missing some kind of damage mechanic. Yeah, I just took way too much damage in the early phases. Come on, give me a stun. Oh, that's, yeah. I fully did not dodge. You know what? Yes, I will use a gold orb in this situation. This is what they're for. Now watch me spend the gold orb and somehow still not get it.
My forest! My children!
Damn.
I think that look suits you better.
Well, why wasn't the gun loaded with those the whole fight?
One down. Two to go.
The Gilgamesh Japanese video games love to use that name for things that it makes no sense to use that name for. All right, absorbs organic material and transforms it to steel. Okay, while on the ground, punching, put foot to throat with this high octane finisher. Any part of the combo can be charged. E changes melee weapon. Okay, we're getting our swaps back, figuring things out. Why make me run out of the room instead of just ending the level when the boss dies? Yeah, you take a pretty hefty penalty for using a gold orb, which it makes sense. Is it the same as cheating? Sorta. Yeah, kinda. I mean, they put it in there, obviously, but... Alright, well... I am pleased to be playing as Dante, and it seems like we're starting to re-earn our complexity. I'm a little bit less pleased that it seems like this half of the game might just be the other half of the game in reverse. That sucks. That sucks a bunch. So come back next time, I suppose, to find out if that is, in fact, where we're going. If it is, that means we're probably not too far from the ending. And then, of course, on to Devil May Cry 5. So come back for all of that, and we'll see you then.